Hey there everyone, I'm Chaz Marler from Pair of Dice Paradise, joined once again by my occasional co-hostess, V-Bug.
Me.
Hey, how have you been?
Good.
Good.
Crumpled.
Crumpled off in the corner. Well, it's nice to see you unfurled and joining us now on camera. Because it's been quite a while since we've gotten together to do one of these videos. In fact, it's been so long that some people have started to ask when we're going to start to do another one. And that time is now. So here's the scoop. Those who watch Pair of Dice Paradise on social media may have noticed that last February I moved my recording space from this room I had downstairs to up here upstairs. And it took a little while to get everything kind of situated and reconfigured. And one thing has led to another. And as an end result, I kind of have about 4 or 5 boxes of game deliveries that we haven't not gotten to yet. And we've actually been saving them to open on camera. But as an end result, there's a pile. And to be honest, it's kind of embarrassing. And then came Origins, where I met this group of nice people at the Secret Cabal meetup. And over dinner, they asked, how you were doing. And V-Bug, how have you been?
Like the forces of gravity affecting on the ever-losing chain of life.
Okay. And so I divulged my conundrum to them, confiding in them that I have, this embarrassing pile of unopened boxes. And as a gamer, collecting games that you haven't even unboxed or played yet is kind of embarrassing. So I posed the question to them, should I just cut my losses, not film opening those boxes, and continue on with a fresh start? Or should I put my pride away and, even though it's embarrassing, revisit those old boxes and open them up? And
the latter!
Unanimously, they chose the latter. They said, no, Chaz, you go out there, you embarrass yourself, and you open up those boxes with your daughter. So, thanks. And that's why we're here. All thanks to these people right there.
Right here.
And so, without any further ado, let's get to the first in this kind of retro series of looking at the games that we added to our board game collection several months ago. So as a result, I kind of have a general idea, what's in each box, but I have long since lost track of which one's which. So in a way, this is going to kind of be a surprise to me too. So V-Bug, if you will do the honors, let's crack open this box and get started.
Do you have a hammer?
Bring out the first item out of DOSBox. No, Packy Peanuts are not items.
These are not made out of mass or
they are
molecules
an item.
Or atoms or anything. They're not items.
They are not the desired item. All right. Oh, the first thing. Okay, the first thing in the box from months past is the Aftermath expansion from Cry Havoc. Cry Havoc is a fantastic little game. I actually just played it like 3 weeks ago, and I remember as I was playing it, I was thinking, man, I wish I had the Aftermath expansion to add in, because this adds in some additional little structures you can build, some like leader powers and stuff, and extra little goodies. It doesn't like rework the whole game, so you don't have to relearn how it works, but it just adds in a little bit more variety and flavor to it. So. And if you'd like more information about what comes in the Aftermath expansion for Cry Havoc, well, let's go look at some details about it right now. Cry Havoc Aftermath. Can I get some funky Cry Havoc music under this? Perfect. Cry Havoc Aftermath expands Cry Havoc with new skills and structures to add even more replayability to the game. Each faction receives 5 new skills and 3 new structures, which nearly double the amount of unique abilities in the game. But wait, there's more, because additionally, this expansion introduces an alternate game mode that ensures that each game lasts for 5 full rounds. Oh yeah! So that's the Aftermath expansion for Cry Havoc. And if you enjoy Cry Havoc, I really recommend getting a copy of the expansion for your own, so you don't have to keep borrowing your buddy's version of it. So, okay, what's this that you drew?
Okay, so I drew a girl. She's crying on a city, so it's Crying Havoc. And then there's also a math equation, 2 + 2 = fish. And then the fish is circled, so it's Cry Havoc Aftermath. Okay,
that's one way to go. I really like your artistic interpretation of the title of the game. I like that very much.
Okay, that's
all right. Let's get to the next item, though. The next game item, not item that just simply has mass. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Okay, this is a neat little game called Deep Sea Adventure.
I don't know how I'm going to illustrate this.
Deep Sea Adventure. Okay, now what Deep Sea Adventure is I believe this is a little game that was brought over from Japan. In this game, you are going to play the part of explorers that start out in a little like submarine boat, and you're going to go down deeper in the water, each of you, to turn over tokens and such. And the farther down you go, the better the tokens, but also the higher the chance that you're going to run out of air and get stranded down there. This game, to me, plays in the same vein as Ink and Gold, but I like this game a lot more than Ink and Gold, actually. I've been enjoying this one a lot more. I finally found it, and I scooped it up. Then I let it sit in a box like a buffoon. But that is Deep Sea Adventure, the next item in our box of fun from months gone by.
Okay.
What did you draw for Deep Sea Adventure?
This is kind of hard to interpret. This is a deep tunnel, and then there's a little sea at the bottom.
Okay, a deep sea. Oh, yeah, okay.
And then for adventure, I did dun dun dun.
Like a music sting.
Yeah, so that's how Deep Sea Adventure exists.
Okay, that's how it exists. Okay, well, I'm glad that that's how it exists. Okay, next is what's next? Oh yes, this is an expansion for Ashes, Boy Among Wolves, and this probably came out a little while ago, obviously. Ashes, I think there might be another expansion for Ashes in there too that we'll get to. Perhaps not. Again, it's been so long I can't remember. But Ashes is a game that I have been enjoying a lot. The only problem with Ashes is there just doesn't seem to be a lot of players in my area. So I'm really curious to find out, viewers, if you have been playing Ashes and if you have others in your area that are playing it. You know, is anyone doing organized play for Ashes, or has Ashes kind of burnt itself out? You know, pardon the pun. Because it's Ash. But hopefully Ashes will kind of regain some popularity, like a phoenix rising from some sort of material. All right, what do you got for your Ashes drawing here?
Okay, so I was going to do this fire, but I wasn't gonna. Then I was like, what should I do with this fire? And I didn't know what to do with this fire. Okay. So that took up a long of my time. Okay. Then I do this pile of ashes, and then I do two wolves because it's not Boy Among Wolves. It's Boy Among Wolves.
It is Boy Among Wolves.
And then I drew a little stick figure boy.
There you go. And he's among the wolves. Nicely done.
And
okay, what's next? Next is a game that I first saw at Gamma in March called Space Base. Did it feel like you're flying through space?
It felt like my dad's going crazy.
So for a long time, I have been looking for the Machi Koro replacement in my game library. I have Machi Koro and its expansions, but you know, it's never received. No one likes it. It is really the problem I run into with Machi Koro. So I've also tried other games, and I've tried to replace Machi Koro with other games, like Dice Town was one of them, but that didn't really hit either. But Space Base, I have high hopes for, because Space Base is a game similar in approach somewhat to Machi Koro. I've heard it compared to Machi Koro mechanisms. Every player remains engaged on other players' turns. So with that in mind, let's take a little bit of a closer look at what Space Base is all about.
In Space Base, players assume the roles of commodores of a fleet full of ships. Ships will begin docked at their stations and then are deployed to sectors as new ships are commissioned under your command. Oh, that's right. You're in charge of these ships, and you must use cargo vessels to engage in trade and commerce, mining vessels to build reoccurring base income, and carriers to spread your influence across the galaxy. Or spread your influence across the galaxy. Okay, gain enough influence and you can be promoted to Admiral, which is the game's marketing copy way of saying you win. Yay.
So that's Space Base, and the reason why it's in this month's Box O Fun is to see if it can finally be the replacement for Machi Koro that I have long been searching for. So what do you got here for your Space Base drawing?
Okay, it's a black box of space with no stars and no moon. So it's a space base.
So it's a base space for space, basically.
No, it's just a space for base. Or it can also be called a space base, which is why I drew it.
Oh, which is because that's the name of the game.
Yeah.
All right, ties together. You didn't have enough ink to cover the entire box?
I probably did, but I was too lazy.
Oh my. Well, hopefully you have enough energy left to pull the next item out of the game box, which is this one. The Ashes expansion, Goddess of Ishra. All right, so what is your drawing for Goddess of Ishra here?
This is Ishra,
What's Ishra?
the thing that she's a god of.
Oh, okay. It's just the thing there. Is it?
Yeah.
Is it a city?
It's
Is
a
it?
city.
Okay, it's not like just a pile of laundry. She's not like the goddess of laundry piles.
And this is some ash because, again, ashes.
Okay.
And then here's her head because I didn't have time to draw the body. And she's going, ow. I hurt my
This is a game that I've been waiting to get out. No! I've been waiting to get this game out of this box for months. This is Downforce, a neat racing game that I enjoyed. In fact, I kept away from Downforce for a while for the strangest reason. I actually avoided playing it because I was afraid I would like it too much, which saying out loud doesn't seem to make much sense, but bear with me. I couldn't decide between this and Flamme Rouge, which is another racing game. And so, you know, I was totally comfortable just, you know, not getting either one. But then I finally broke down, and at a game day event, I played Downforce and loved it. It's a great racing game. It's a great family weight game. It is fantastico. And so between Downforce and Flamme Rouge, I like them both, but I think I like Downforce just a wee bit better. I think I like its card play. It's a little more streamlined, a little simpler card play than Flamme Rouge, which makes it a little bit more accessible and easier to teach to others, I think. Plus, while I was at Dice Tower Con just last week, I managed to receive a copy of the expansion coming out for Downforce called Danger Ahead.
That's a very thin box.
Well, it's just the player board. It's just the board and some cards in there. And if you're unfamiliar with Downforce, here's some information about what it's all about. Off the top of my head, I'd say that Downforce is a card-driven bidding, racing, and betting game for 2 to 6 players based on Top Race, the award-winning design by the legendary Wolfgang Kramer. Players first bid to own the 6 cars in the race, and then they play cards from their hand to speed them around the track. However, there's a catch, because most cards will also move their opponent's cars too. So figuring out just the right time to play a card is the key to victory in Downforce. Of course, I would be remiss if I did not also mention that along the way, players make secret bets on who they think will win the race, and whoever has the most money from their prize money, winning bets, and remaining bank at the end of the game wins it all. Do you want to show me your Downforce illustration here?
Sure.
All right.
This is the moon. Gravity's forcing it down onto the Earth. And then there's the sun, which is dangerously close to Earth.
Okay.
We all died. And so Earth is getting gravity down to the sun, so they're all getting downforce.
Wow, that's scary.
No, I just drew the Earth too close to the sun.
All right, so these are the items that were in this month's Box O' Fun and why. So what I want to know is which of these items have you got in your collection? And you know what? How long ago?
Which one will have?
And do they still hit the table now? Since it's obviously been a little while since this order was made.
And if you have any drawings of these titles, you should tweet or send them to him.
So if you've made your own illustration of one of these game titles, yeah, tweet me at Dice Paradise, and I'll make sure to make sure VBug sees them.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
And I can maybe give you a shout out if yours is my favorite.
In the meantime, I want to thank everybody for joining us for this video, and join us again soon because I still have at least 3 more boxes piled up to get through. Thanks, guys. But until then, thank you so much for joining us, and take care, and we'll talk to you again soon.
This one has a hat.
Joined once again by my occasional cute co-hostess, Q. You can bend all time and space to your will.
Discord, I'm howling at the moon, and sleeping in the middle of a summer afternoon. Discord, whatever did we do? The take's tyranny away!
From Pair of Dice Paradise, joined once again by my occasional co-hostess, VBug.
Me.
That was a graceful entrance that you had there, I must say.
I just wanted to push your news back like this.
Oh, no! I've been waiting to get this game out of this box for months. And you spit all over everything. It's like we're like a garden hose there, a sprinkler. Blech. I don't know how you... I saw spit go that way and also land on me. It was like... Oh.
What did I
Yeah.
do? What did I even do?
I don't know. You spritzed like a sprinkler.